Okay, I am in fact recording. Are you?
Okay, I'm recording now. All right.
Okay.
All right. It's time to start. Oh my goodness, it's our first time to make my head look sore.
Hello there. It's been a few months since we sent our first outreach form, so we would like to talk a little bit about the decisions that we have made following the feedback. I'm filoxen, and I'm also joined here by gamilie, and we are here to give you an update on 4WC's development.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I've never done this kind of stuff before, so it's honestly kind of nerve-wracking. But I think without further ado, we can jump straight into it.
Yeah, for sure. So first things first, let's talk about the schedule of the tournament. As you know, 4WC's forum post will be released on June 1st, which means that qualifiers will be played either during the first or second week of July.
Yeah, this is mainly done to deconflict with Res Cup, account for COE, and it gives teams ample time to work on the sheer scale of this project.
Wait, why does Res Cup matter?
But don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Alright, that's the easy part out of the way. Let's talk about formats. Are we doing group stage or bracket stage, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we received a lot of feedback from people wanting to try OWC's group stage format for 4WC. And we had a 74% majority in favor of trying it, whereas we had about 50% voting for the conventional bracket stage. However, we received some pushback from members of the staff, the main concern being that it places too much emphasis on qualifiers.
Paz?
Yeah, PES. This is due to the top 8 bye system, where the team that seats 8th would have to play significantly fewer matches than the ninth seed. This unequal distribution of matches based on what is in reality just a hypothetical matchup was what we wanted to try to avoid. Hence, for 4WC, we'll be implementing a group stage that every team will play. What's special about our group stage is that all 40 players are split into two divisions, the top 20 division being Division 1 and the bottom 20 being Division 2. Each division will have 4 groups of 5, and in Division 1, the top 4 teams from each group will move into the winner's bracket, while the last team in the group moves to the loser's bracket. In Division 2, only the top 3 teams from each group will be moving to the loser's bracket, while the rest will be eliminated. All of this stuff will be sent out in a future infographic that hopefully Aquatic will have to make in later down the line. So, good luck to him.
Yeah, sounds good. And while you may think that this makes the upper division of the group stage pointless, because literally almost everyone gets into the winner's bracket, anyway, we have something interesting in store that makes your performance across the entirety of the group stage matter.
Yeah, it's intended to basically reinvent the idea of group stage into becoming more than just an elimination round. I mean, it's pretty interesting if I do say so myself, and Pez approved it. So we'll keep you guys guessing on that one. I don't want to try to leak too much just yet because I think it'll be very, very interesting, and I don't think any other tournament has done something like this before.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, no, this version of the group stage does lengthen the overall group stage. Each team will have to play a total of 4 matches, leading to a grand total of 18 matches, which is quite crazy. Following this, we have decided to increase the duration of the group stage from 2 to 3 or even 4 weeks.
Yeah, this also ensures that the mandatory tournament break for COE happens right at the end of group stage, sort of acting as a transition break between stages. This will also give a nice empty week for our broadcast shenanigans, which we will get into very, very soon.
We've been getting asked since the public first got word that we were taking 4WC, so I think, Gamilie, it is time to talk about power control. About that, over 3/4 of the respondents stated that some form of power control was required. And even though BWS did win the initial poll, upon evaluating follow-up responses, we actually have decided to limit our power control to a ban on players who have 2 4WC badges under their name.
So we initially had a segment here where I would just basically read out everything that was in the report. But we decided that, it'd be a bit difficult for you guys to understand my rambling on and on and on. So if you guys are interested in receiving a full detailed explanation as to why we didn't choose to do BWS this year and instead decided to go for our 2-time winner legacy screening, do check out our Outreach 1 report that you can find either in the 4WC announcements channel or on X.
Anyways, gamilie, with the report out of the way, let's talk about what will happen in the second outreach form.
Oh my god, we're still not done! Okay, bullet round. Firstly, we want to fine-tune some of the details for our group stage, starting with the length. We want to know if you guys would like to see a 3 or 4 week group stage. You can find more exact dates and more exact details in the form, but do remember that with our new form of group stage, you'll be playing 4 matches over the span of the entire group stage.
I'm already anticipating the chaos, man.
That was so freaking cringe. In other news, we also wanted to know if you guys are interested in doing 2 separate map pools for the upper and lower bracket groups. Since this concept is unheard of and pooling is still pretty divided about this, we wanted to get a gauge of what the public thinks.
Yeah, and then we have last thing about our matches, which is protect.
Yeah, there are definitely some concerns, I guess, with the necessity of protect. Most of them boiling down to who cares. So we want to see if it's actually worth putting in the effort to implement these protects. Okay, now it's your time, Philo.
Oh yeah, it is my time.
What the
4WC will feature a broadcast team, which will be the team manning stuff like seed reveals and prediction streams. For this form, we wanted to gauge interest for player and staff awards, post and pre-match interviews, and additional PCAM streams. Due to the relatively tedious nature of this kind of stuff, we want to make sure that players will participate in such and that the spectator would actually consume what we produce.
We actually did a lot of this, I think, in 6WC, and it was actually pretty well received. But things are definitely different up here, right?
Gamilie, wait, we forgot about the second wave of staff apps.
Oh wait, yeah, hold up. The applications for pooling staff, including playtesters and custom mappers, will be released in this cycle. We're also looking for spread mappers to help in the ranking process of our many originals this iterations. So I'm just saying, if any BNs want to lend us a hand in that aspect, do...
No, we're not getting it. Yeah, and that will wrap up our first Project Hexagon report. But before we go, we would like to give you a little hint as to what we have in store for you. But in the meantime, drop us a follow on X, Twitch, and YouTube for more updates as to what we are doing for WC and beyond.
And do let us know if these reports are good ways for us to connect with you guys. I know this time was kind of scuffed when I was Pishy Fat or Peppy, but we love speaking to the public, and this, for what it's worth, it's pretty fun for us to do, as long as your name isn't aquatic.
And with that, Creative, take it away.
I just gotta find like one that's actually like openable.